Hello, my lovelies. I'm Lady Hatty, and welcome back to the Sims 4 City Living Let's Play. I'm very, very sorry to have to tell you that I had a horrible accident happen, and the video I had recorded did not get saved. So I just went through a half hour of recording and lost it. Unfortunately, that means everything I did in that time is also lost. I'll do my best to catch you up as quick as I can and we can move forward, but I'm really sorry about that. That was the second time I had recorded that video, too, because I had other recording issues. These are all just beginner error that we shouldn't have a problem with in the future. So thanks for sticking with us, and if you guys would rather me just start something new, let me know in the comments. And I am just fine with starting a brand new family, starting from scratch, introducing you to everything so you don't miss what we lost. It really wasn't that much in the big scheme of things, but we definitely missed some stuff. So all we can do is move forward. Galvin here did get some of her city native stuff done. So now she's got to still order her food, so thankfully we didn't get too far past that. But I did visit a couple other neighborhoods, which sucks because I was introducing you to some fun stuff there. But, we will make it work. So I've got Emerly working on her reading books, and then she'll go update her social media once her fun is filled up. And I've got Galvin coming out here to order some food. And while we're out here, we get to experience a festival. We have GeekCon, and that is just so exciting to me. I love cons, gaming, anime, any kind of conventions. That's what I do when I'm not making Let's Plays, is I actually sell stuffed animals at conventions. I'll be out of town at one this weekend, so I am super excited to check this out. I guess we won't be able to order food here. We'll do so there. And if you're playing the game, it took me a while to figure this out. If you ever have your notifications pop down and you ignore one, you can always grab it again right here. So, GeekCon. There's the option for the Hackathon. Do you have what it takes to be the ultimate hacker? Try your skills at the Hackathon and hack the world. Hack the planet. There's the ultimate gaming test. Come take the ultimate gaming test to see if you can get a perfect score. Are you a pro gamer? We will let our test decide that. Improve skill gain. Being around the world's greatest minds, you are sure to pick up a thing or two. While at GeekCon, you will build skills much faster. And to the stars. Explore space without the hassle of building up your own rocket. Just no funny business while you're in space. So, we're not going to be able to do the first two this time, or maybe we'll try them and just fail. But in the future, we would be able to build our skills up. So since we're going to be doing that, I'm going to quickly set Amberly to stop reading and go update her social media, because she needs to do that for work. So hopefully we'll still get that done. And then traveling to GeekCon. And why don't we bring Arun with us, because we've been making him our buddy. I finally figured out how to make another game of my own, so I've been able to play around with things a bit more. I have my Sims playing in the same apartment, so I'm learning more about the area and everything, and it's not affecting this game at all. If you're wondering how to do that, you can just go back to your main screen, and up at the top right, where my mouse is now, you will see there's a plus button, and you can start a new game from there. You're just going to want to make sure you save as for your game. Sometimes, from what I've read, the game doesn't pick it up quite right, so that is worth doing. So, while we're out of town, we want to have Amberly. We're going to have her work on building her charisma skill, because I don't think she actually can focus on a task as particular as updating her social media, but that's alright. If it takes her an extra day to upgrade her job, that's fine. They're making ends meet. So, we've got Galvin here at the convention. How fun. We're going to take a look at some of these awesome gaming posters. We've got one for The Sims. It looks like that's one for My Sims, and the ever-exciting Tetris knockoff that I guess they do. At least I would assume these are that's an actual game of theirs, but I'm not entirely sure. All their games that you can actually play in game in the past have been. So we can buy a festival t-shirt and wear it. So we definitely want to do that. Get our swag on. Everyone loves a con shirt. And there she is. She's got her power button shirt. Nice fitted shirt. And I wanted to show you haggling. So haggling will lower the prices of stuff. I don't know if they can fail. I've never had them fail. I'm guessing that's based on it's going to be based on their skills, their mood, their charisma, all of that, if they're a nice or mean sim, I'm guessing. But she's going to get 25% off when she buys discounted items. Let's see what they've got for swag. We've got the Emily Snow Globe. Snow globes are the new collectible item that they added in this game. You can find them in boxes of trash lying around. There are specific ones that can be bought from each different festival, and over time I'll end up showing you all of them, I'm sure. Also, bubbles can be bought. And then there's fireworks, which I'm not going to worry about. Yeah, maybe I'll buy one just for fun. Let's go ahead and do the spark fountain. That sounds fun. Alright, so she's going to grab those, and we'll put that snow globe up as soon as we get home. And now we're going to haggle with this guy. See if we can get some cheap con food. Because that's always the fun of events, is getting to go out and haggle. Okay, so he did say no. You crazy? I'm already losing money at these prices. Said no food vendor at any con ever. So we're going to go ahead and buy an $11 hot dog. That sounds about right. Though I do have to give props to the con I'm going to this weekend, which is Eugene's Comic Con, UConn. They're going out of their way to make sure they have good food. I appreciate it. So she's eating her hot dog, meeting people. I think we lost track of Arun. He went somewhere. Oh well. That's fine. If she does something, she can do it with him, and we'll find him again. A lot of these folks here look similar. And I just want to again say sorry about my issues with the names. There seem to be a lot of Middle Eastern, Indian names, and I grew up in California. I do not have a lot of experience with those names, so it's really no disrespect meant. I just don't know how some of them are pronounced. So we've got some fun characters in cosplay here. We've got Princess Leia. We've got what I assume to be Llama Man. We got our, what are the blue aliens called? Yeah, clearly Star Wars is not my fandom. So over here we can play some Ultimate Gaming Test. The Blick Block is what they play, which actually does look kind of fun in 3D, but I do wonder if maybe it'd be a little less just boring for a 3D game like this for being in VR. Maybe you'd want something a little more a little less just moving things around. I think The Sims could be just terrible if they ever made a port to VR. Now you're really just literally living your life. Okay, I have to go potty now. Don't forget that you're actually not going potty. Okay, now we have to eat food. Remember, you have to actually eat food. So Galvin has failed the Ultimate Gaming Test. The minimum total score to pass is 70. Here are their scores. Total score of 30. She played Refuge for 6 of 20 points. Blick Block for 9 of 30 points. Maniac Matchums for 9 of 30 points. And Sports for 6 of 20 points. So she's very disappointed in herself, I think. I'd think she'd have a disappointment moodlet there, but she doesn't seem to. I'm not going to let her be mean to our poor Star Wars alien gal. So clearly she was going to do terribly at that because we only have 1 point to the gaming skill, so that's fine. I didn't have high expectations. I'm not bummed out or anything. I thought I'd change that back. Okay, so we've got some computers over here, so we're going to go ahead and have her try the Hack the Planet. And see if she has any luck with that. Again, she won't because she has no skills in it, but it's still fun to give it a try. And any objects you see that get a little glowy at an event, that means they have special interactions you can do based on the event, or based on the festival. So you're going to want to go ahead and try and take advantage of those. Those are things you can't do. And I'm sorry, I think I just got rid of it. Okay, so our hackathon came to an end. First place goes to Belagoth. Belagoth. She's been in the game since the beginning. It's always fun to see them. So for first place, she received the immersive bend computer. Second place got the $500, and third place got $250. And she won with a score of 57 out of 100, so I think we'd have no problem winning that at some point. I'm going to guess we also did terrible at the hackathon. But it hasn't given us our score on that yet. It just showed us that we did get 2 levels in hacking, so that's really cool. And lastly, we're going to have her actually explore space, which I can say I've never gotten to do at a convention before. Oh, she's still finishing up the hackathon, that's why. So we might not have time to go to space, we'll see. And let's have Amberly do some cleaning up before her wife gets home. Galvin completed the hackathon with a score of 20%. So we will announce the winners at the end of the festival. All winners must be present to receive their prizes. A populous toilet seat. Even in space, nature calls. Galvin docks with a starside rest station. It's pretty nasty in there, but then Galvin looks closely at the top of the toilet and discovers that it's inhabited by a teensy tiny alien civilization. Let's take a closer look at that. So when you're in space, sadly, you do not get to go with them. They do that to cut down. Sorry if you heard that. My headset's metal, so occasionally it gets a little loud if something touches it, like a cat. But where was I? Oh, so they just do it story mode when you're in space, so you get these pop-ups. Galvin, the Supreme One! When the aliens see Galvin looming over them, they immediately fall to their knees and start chanting. They obviously think she's some sort of supreme being come to rule them. Should she stick around for a while, or just be on her way? Yeah, let's stick around and rule them for a little bit. She just got a point in the rocket science skill, which means she can now build rockets, upgrade landing stations, and explore space. So the aliens are pushing some pebbles around and desperately trying to start a farm on the large pile of mold. Galvin can only think of 2 kinds of deities, the loving, benevolent kind and the angry, jealous kind. You know, she's in outer space and they're very small. Let's be angry and jealous. So she actually got 2 points of rocket science there. She can build and upgrade faster, just from being in a spaceship. That's all she needs. Galvin studies the aliens closely. They appear to want more water to grow their crops, but she's an angry, jealous deity, so she decides to test them a little. Oh, this reminds me of Black and White. Oh, I miss that game. She's going to send a natural disaster. They ask for water, they're going to get water. So it looks like the event's going down, but I don't think we ever got our results for the hackathon, I guess, because we were technically not in the area. Floods of doom. They want water? Galvin will give them water. She fills a bucket full of water and dumps it all over their colony so that it floods their fields. Power is fun, huh, Galvin? What's next? We'll help them rebuild. I think they've learned their lesson this time. She's a little gloomy being in space because she can't go to the bathroom, which is all she wanted to do in the first place. An act of kindness. Oh, all-powerful Galvin! She truly must have a master plan, chant the grateful aliens. They're so happy that she's chosen to help them rebuild their society. Maybe being benevolent is the better way to rule. I think we'll just leave this time. They clearly do not respect us as much as we need, so we can't be bothered. Galvin had her fun. These aliens have learned a valuable lesson about something. Probably. Galvin returns to the ship, leaving the tiny civilization to its own devices until the next supreme being makes a rest stop. If we run into that another time, I'll do the benevolent chart. I just didn't want to get too bogged down in that. But now that we're back on Earth, we'll use an actual potty. So she has safely returned from exploring the cosmos. And now we have food here again. And we did finish her first city native quest, and you see we're now up to 425 points. So we could get some of the potions. I think I've made my feelings clear on the potions, unless that was in the last episode. I don't think the potions are very worth it, because all they do is give you a temporary boost to... Well, most of them really just affect your moodlet, which is obviously terribly worthless unless you're trying to get a job right now. You've got your sleep replacement, moodlet solver will get rid of one. You can make your sims super fat or super fit thin. Potion of youth could be worth it. That I will grant you. But the rest of them are more trait-based stuff. They're things you're going to keep forever. You know, they're going to get boosts for being up at night forever. So those are what we're going to save for. But now she has to achieve level 3 in the singing skill, light fireworks at the Humor and Hijinks Festival, and use a bubble blower. I did have her try using a bubble blower in the last episode, but she didn't really like it, so let's hope that's not an ongoing thing. I think this bar might have one that we can check out. If not, I'm just going to go ahead and buy one because this bar needs one. They have finally let you can build on a location while you're there, which I really like. It doesn't seem very logical to, if people want to build, they have to enter cheat codes. It's your game. You should be allowed to play how you want. Does it really matter as long as people are having fun? So I'm glad they've finally come around to my style of thinking. So we're going to go ahead and look for bubbles. And we have either this guy, which we'd have to use our own chairs, and I'm not quite sure which chairs it requires. So we're going to go with this one. And let's find some classier chairs. This seems to be a classy joint. There we go. And now we're going to go blow some bubbles. Definitely, we are blowing bubbles. This is not a hookah. We are blowing bubbles. And the flavor is... I'm not sure what flavor that currently is. Yeah, well. So she's trying out the bubble blower. Let's hope she likes it more this time. She does. She is now lifted. That was relaxing. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and send her home. Because she's done everything she could. And no fun staying and hanging out at the bar when she could go home to her wife. Or at least she'd want her wife to join her. And wife's got work in the morning. You gotta be responsible, of course. She'll definitely be hanging out at bars some more. I just don't want to get them separated for too long and miss out on playing some of Amberly too much. It's just so fun to say her name and screw it up every single time I say it. So since I am going to be out of time this weekend, I am going to make this a shorter episode. So I'm going to give it just a couple more minutes. So there is a karaoke conversation if we were to stay at the bar, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Amberly still needs to update her social networking, so we're going to do that. And Galvin is really sleepy. Being in space really took it out of her. But first, we're going to have her just take a speedy shower. Just get that out of the way. And while they're doing that, I will get things tidied up a bit. Come on. And you. So you can throw things directly into the fridge or trash can. And I'm going to move our trash can because that's kind of a frustrating location since I can't really see it. We'll go ahead and throw it over here. And while I'm in here, we do still have some money. I'm going to go ahead and throw a couple more counters. I did discover that this space is totally usable, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And I did change the floor around a little bit last time. I just like the darker wood. I think it looks nice. And I did update our appliances just a little bit, and I got them a new bed. So you can see that. I got them an extra mirror in here because they were both trying to work on their charisma at the same time. And I believe I gave them some curtains. Yep, they have curtains in their bedroom now. So not a whole lot of change, but worth noting for you guys. So they have more counters. Unfortunately, that's a terrible layout for the counters. Maybe, I wonder if I use the island piece, make these go sticking together. No. Don't know what I just did. Okay. what if I use an island piece here? Will that click onto that? No. Okay. If you set pieces next to each other, you saw how it did that cool corner trick, and I do think that looks nice. I wish it would work on the corner here, that I could have that go diagonal and it would just clip in, or that I could put a piece here and it would just build a corner, but it doesn't. And I can't bring that wall out. I don't have that option. But I suppose I could just build up the wall here. There we go. Just put in that little wall, and now it just looks a little nicer. Oh, that is a yellow wall. I did not realize we had that yellow of a wall. Alright, and... oh, this is going to be a hard one to catch. There we go. Alright, so that got both pieces. I just hit shift and it colors the whole room. I don't know if I like this yellow, though. Maybe a green would look nicer. Though the rest of their apartment is blue, so maybe that's a little close. That's the color of the rest of the apartment. Light purple, maybe? Or gray? It's still... I already tried that, didn't I? Let's go with the green. Do an overall just green and blue feel to the place. So go with blue in there. Go a little more gray in here. I think that looks very nice. I just couldn't handle that much yellow. That'd drive me nuts. But we'll fill out this little corner in here, so at least we'll know there's some bright, shiny colors, if you could see them. Although we did just lose a window. So there's a trick to windows. They do actually pick up the light, even if they're blocked like that. So all we have to do is, let's get slightly nicer window. No, we want them to match. Let's actually grab that window so it matches. Can I grab it from here? Hey, that does work. Interesting to keep in mind in the future. And throw those windows on the corner. Now, there is a way to pull things further down the wall, but it doesn't look like I can do it just because of where that's at. Oh well. It's not like we'll really end up seeing it that much, so it doesn't really matter. But it will let more light into the apartment. So, Amberly she is done with that. So, I'm going to leave you here now and maybe try out a little something fun for next time. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and you all have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time.